back. I hope you're all well. So in today's video, I want to talk about the 5 best pre-loved luxury stores to shop from. I've had to do this intro 3 times now because every time I tried to say that sentence, it just didn't work out. So yes, it worked. Anyways, that's what we're going to be talking about today. So many of you have asked my opinion on this, so I thought I would do a video on it. And I also wanted to say, just keep in mind that I am not saying that these are the only 5 stores or places you should shop from. These are just the ones that I know, that I'm familiar with, and most importantly, that I feel the most comfortable with. So if there's any that you know about that are really awesome as well, please leave them in a comment section down below so others can see them and me as well. I always love finding out about new stores. And yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into this video. Okay, so starting off with number 1, which I feel like is not going to be a surprise to most of you because I'm always kind of using this store as an example in some of my videos, and it is Fashionphile. I personally have to say that Fashionphile is probably one of my favorite places to look for pre-loved luxury items, and there are several, let me just say that word right before people get mad at me again for mispronouncing that. There are several reasons why. The first one being is that they have a huge selection. I mean, they just have such an incredible selection. The second one is their authenticity. I feel very comfortable shopping from them. I've never had a problem, and I do feel like they do a really good job with authenticating stuff. And another thing that I really like is the fact that they guarantee authenticity and go as far as giving you, like, if you ever was to find out that your bag wasn't authentic, you would get your money back. And I think that is like a great thing because there are many stores that have a sign up that say, you know, all sales are final. So if you buy this, take it home, find out it's fake, I'm sorry, I can't help you. So yeah, that sucks. And with Fashionphile, you don't have that. So I really like that. And then there's something else that I think is really great that they offer, and they offer layaway. I don't hear a lot of people talk about this, but yeah, they do offer layaway, and I think this is great for people that don't have the money to go into a, you know, store and just, you know, buy a brand new bag, or maybe don't have the money to just even buy a pre-loved bag, but don't want to get like a loan to buy a bag. I mean, there are so many stores where you can like finance it and then you have to like pay it off with the firm and all that stuff, which I think is absolutely insane. But with Fashionphile, they do have a layaway program. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but I think you might have like a month or 2 to pay it off, maybe 2 months or something like that to pay it off. I don't know. I'll put it up on the screen. But anyways, the point is they do have a layaway program. So if there's a Chanel bag that is like $3,000 and, you know, that's how you can afford buying it, and you feel comfortable making payments to Fashionphile, once it's paid off, the bag is yours and you don't owe a company or anything like that any money, if that makes sense. So I really like that. But yeah, I think Fashionphile is absolutely great. Moving on to the second store, which is What Goes Around Comes Around. And I cannot even begin to explain to you guys how freaking obsessed I am with this boutique. It is absolutely amazing. And I would highly recommend that if you're in an area where they do have a store, like an actual store, to go in and check it out. I know they have one in New York. That's the one I was in. I want to say they also have one in Beverly Hills. I'm not sure. You'd have to look on their website, but they have a few locations. But it's just like such an amazing boutique. And I remember, which this wasn't even too long ago, the first time I walked into the actual store, which was in New York, I noticed that like on the right, they have a wall. This is going to sound so weird, but they have a wall that's covered in like old vintage Playboy magazines, and that's the first thing I noticed when I walked in, and I could tell that this was going to be an amazing store. Just the whole setup, the vibe, like everything about it. They have some of the most unique luxury items that you probably otherwise would have a hard time finding. I don't know how they get their hands on that stuff, but anyways, great store. Now, let me just say that if you're someone that purchases on the pre-loved market solely to save money, I probably wouldn't recommend What Goes Around Comes Around, because they are priced very high. I feel like their prices are crazy. But if you enjoy luxury, and if you like maybe collecting some items and getting your hands on something like really unique and vintage, great store. They also don't just have bags. I want to say that they have clothes. I'm not sure if they have shoes, but I think they do. They have like a wide selection. Jewelry, they have some of the most amazing vintage custom jewelry. They also have newer stuff, not just vintage, but just an amazing store. Absolutely obsessed with it. I think they really know what they're doing and just, yeah, are doing it right. Moving on to number 3, which is Yogis Closet. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But that's another website that I think the website itself is very professional. Like, that's a big thing I look for. If you're on the internet and you're looking for like pre-loved bags, I always try to pay attention to the website. I don't know, it's just something that's really important to me, that looks very professional. And sometimes, you know, it just doesn't. Not everybody gets it right. But I really like their website. It's very professional. It's easy to navigate. And again, one thing that I find really important with this company or store or whatever is that, again, they guarantee 100% authenticity or you get your money back. Something that's so important to me. Like, I much rather shop from a boutique that, you know, tells me, hey, you can have your money back if this isn't authentic. It just makes me feel so much better. Like, it just does. Now, Rebag is another store that I like for their selection. They have like just an amazing selection. Their website is easy to navigate, and oftentimes when I type in something on Google, like Rebag always pops up. I'm like, geez, do you really have every single bag? So yeah, they have a great selection. I trust them. And another thing that I think is really interesting and great for some people, like some people might really benefit from this, they have a program where if you, let's say you buy a bag and after 6 months you notice that you don't like it anymore, maybe you didn't wear it as much as you thought you would, you can return it with them for up to 70% of your money back. And I think that's a great idea for people that are just getting into luxury and, you know, maybe don't have that big of a budget and buy a luxury bag, and then maybe they're like, hey, I really don't even like this. I feel like I spend too much money. Long story short, then you can just return it with them and get up to 70% of your money back. I think that's great. I think that's absolutely great. And last but not least is Luxury Garage Sale. And I don't know if a lot of people know about this. Let me know if you've already known about this in the comments down below. But again, I think this is another great website to look for pre-loved luxury items. Website, again, is beautiful, beautiful to navigate. It's easy. And another thing that I really like about them is that you can actually request a complimentary stylist when you shop with them to like help you pick a bag or whatever it is that you're buying and help you style it. I think that's so awesome. And also they have an entire team to help authenticate stuff and make sure that you don't end up with a fake bag. And yeah, that is it for today's video. I really hope that you liked it. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Definitely subscribe down below because I have another video coming up talking about pre-loved luxury boutiques I wouldn't recommend. So yeah, I hope you liked it, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.